Hey guys, welcome back. Marius here, and we have Phoenix Point basic class guide, and today let's discuss technician. And as previously, quickly just going through, technician training is what it gives. It gives personal defense weapon proficiency, robotic arms, and turret deployment. Turret deployment is the key here. And as you can see, I have enabled already the sheet below all the abilities, so you can see how much action point and willpower costs each of the ability. That's something game doesn't tell you. And the last part where you can see the colors, it is my rating. So 4 is must have, this is kind of crucial. 3 is situational good, 2 situational but yeah, not so good, 1 probably I will avoid it. So let's go through it. First ability, what we have is fast use. It is passive, as you can see, not a single action point willpower used, and it reduces costs of medkits, stimpaks, robotic arm abilities. So it fine, it actually should be 3, but no, maybe 2, maybe 3. Fine. This is, I just quickly changed my mind because there's a reason for that. Robotic arm is the one thing that only technicians can use, and there's a lot of things you can do with this arm. So actually having this removed cost for robotic arm actually makes a lot of difference. So it would be way more useful than I actually made the rating. But let's move on. What we have next is manual control. You can take control of turrets or vehicle weapons and shoot the target. So that includes also drones, spider drones that infiltrator can launch, and technician deployed turrets. You can manually take control. It costs action point and 3 willpower. So I don't like it. The turrets shoot on their own if they see target. That's it. So why waste action points and willpower? That's my logic, but it can be situational when it actually requires you to take over. So use for your own information. Just my advice, not my advice, my personal preference would not be to take it. Then we have field medic. Field medic, I need to mention specifically, there are 2 different healings your technician can use. Without this ability, he can still use robotic arm for healing, and that is different healing. It just heals your HP, so your soldier does not, so you don't die basically, right? But this is a different kind of, this is field medic, which restores armor and hit points to and all body parts. So when something is disabled, and all disabled parts are restored. So this is kind of advanced, which you can skip because you know whenever a fight is over, if all your soldiers are alive, all the parts are restored automatically. So I don't see much of a use for field medic. So I gave it, if you absolutely need to skip some of the abilities, I would suggest to skip field medic. To use field medic, it takes 2 action points and 2 willpower points, quite a lot. Then there is a remote deployment, so you can deploy your turrets in a distance, which is, I'd say, quite crucial. So you can take a good perimeter and set up your turrets, so you don't need to run around and spend your action points on moving, but you can throw them. That is passive ability, but just to deploy turret, it costs 1 action point. So technically you can use all the 3 slots for turrets and deploy 3 turrets in 1 turn. If you have in backpack more, well, you get the idea. So I say definitely it is a must-have, because turrets is there's technician specialty, and I give rating 3 because it's situational and really good. And the last one ability is electric reinforcement. It boosts up all your allied armor for 1 turn. It's really amazing. There are not a lot of abilities that you boost armor, basically just your piece of armor you wear, and this is the one that increases by 20, and that's a lot. Many of your squishy soldiers don't have even 20 overall in helmet and legs and everything, so giving additional 20 is kind of good. So that's why the cost is 0. You can use it even when you run out of action points. Costs 6 willpower points, and I say it is must have to. That's the bonus. My understanding, the technician is really a support role. It has a support role, and if you are wondering why I have this 9 and for 13, now these are the numbers if you use all the abilities in one turn. Well, theoretically, how much it would cost. It gives you an idea how much this class is dependent on action points and how much on willpower. Why I have 9 and 13 that doesn't add up? Because I will just name what also technician has to do and can do in the field, and literally for that I think I need to swap over and just show you with this arm, because whenever you have this technician arm, you can remove Mindfrogger. That costs 1 action point, 0 willpower. Then you can repair costs 1 action point and 1 willpower point. It's without any boost. And heal also used, yes, one action point, 1 heal, 1 willpower. So you see it restores 120 general hit points. Those are general, and 1 charge. And there's also of course, when you throw and deploy turret, if you want to redeploy, basically move it, you need to get it back, and to pick it up, retrieve a turret, it costs 2 action points. And if your turret runs out of ammo and you need to reload, it costs again 1 action point. So you see, technician can do a lot of things, but many of those things require action points and willpower points. So technician is really something in between action and willpower. It's not like other classes like priest, full abilities basically use just willpower. So that leads us to the next part. It is my suggestion, which is definitely, you can comment down in the comment section. Why strength I put as green? Because those damn turrets, this is how you can deploy 3 turrets in 1 turn and move 1 action point. You see, they are heavy. You need to have, because when you are, this bar is red, basically, when you carry too much, you can run as far. You are limited your action points, and you want to get in front line to deploy your turrets. So your turrets are actually in the action, not somewhere in behind, right? So my advice would be to always take care that you get your backpack and see if you need more strength, add to the strength. So approximately at 25 it should be fine. The next most important, I'd say, is speed, because for healing, for retrieving, for putting down turrets, for removing Mindfrogger, for repairing car, for whatever the field, anything you need to deploy, you need to be in specific position. So if you are falling behind the front line and where you need to be, then basically the technician is no good. And that leaves us to the last part. I would suggest to have at least 20 willpower. Why 20? But not 20, 12, sorry. 12, because when you have 12, then with recovery you will have 6 willpower. And 6 willpower is basically the most costly ability. That's your electric reinforcement. So you can use it. If I had a chance, I actually would, I think, color all of those 3 parts yellow, because without strength there's no point of speed. Without willpower there's no point of strength, because all your turrets will be destroyed. So actually technician will be class where all the parts is crucial. That would be my advice for you. Then let's take quickly a look at equipment. For having that arm, you definitely need body armor, that's chest armor, technician. Only then you can equip it. They are all, the arm is heavy, the chest is heavy, so that's that. And of course you will be limited. There's no way you can get mount for the chest and keep the arm. All other parts are of course available, so you can freely use them. And for armor, there's only one armor. So technician comes from New Jericho, so originally it's only one choice. But my suggestion would be, of course, if and when you want to use your arm, keep the chest, but legs and head can be swapped out. It's up to you if you want to use something for mobility or you want something with more better aim. So that's free to you to choose, and I would suggest to change to something else, not to their default technician armor. And then of course we have equipment. For equipment we have special weapons, that's PDW, personal defense weapons. You have 3 choices in the game. I will not go into much details. The weapon costs only 1 action point. Most of your action points will be spent anyways elsewhere. And you can also have 3 different types of turrets. You have a Scorcher that uses not a single pierce, no shredding, but does 10 times 40 or 60 damage. Then you have Watcher that shoots 8 times. What was Watcher's deal? It was shredding, 2 shredding I think. But yeah, and my favorite and what I'm using all the time is Rattlesnake. That's the piercing turret, shoots 8 times, does only 20 damage, but 20 is the piercing armor. So whenever you have already armor, it pierces 20 armor and then does 20 more. So, and it also is pretty good to demolish some obstacles in the battlefield, kind of. But it's your choice to use. Of course, all the grenades and stimpaks and healing kits. That's it. That concludes the video. This is Technician. Now you know more. Thanks for watching, and there is out all other classes as well review. Thanks guys. We will meet in next video. Cheers.